everyone, this is VidHead85 and welcome to Real Newsblast. Recently the West Virginia teacher strike came to an end, or it may have been about a week ago, and I wanted to talk about the teacher strike, but as it had ended, I thought that it would be a really good idea to talk about 3 West Virginians who are stepping up. So welcome to Real Newsblast with VidHead85. This is episode 3, West Virginia Progressives Stand Up. So here I go. The first person that I'm going to highlight is Lissa Lucas. She was speaking to the House of Delegates Judiciary Committee on House Bill 4268, which is a bill that would allow a company to drill on private land without their consent. She did something that people have been saying for a long time when it comes to politics: follow the money. She listed the donations to people who were pushing this bill, who were also on the on the House Judiciary Committee. She gave the names of the company and how much money they had given to the people on the Judiciary Committee. So as she had done that, she was later tossed out of the House of Delegates, her House of Delegates. Regardless of whether you're conservative or liberal, whether you are green, independent, anything, one thing that unites a lot of people is this: getting rid of the influence of big money in politics, and that is why public financing of elections is where we have to go. But there is a bit of a silver lining here, because she is now running for West Virginia House of Delegates seat number 7. The current delegate is Jason Harshbarger, who was the person on the Judiciary Committee that she was getting to as she was about to disclose as donors. The West Virginia primaries will be held May 8th, and since she is running unopposed, she and Harshbarger will be facing off in November. And I believe I tried to see how far it went for Trump in 2016, but I did not get I wasn't able to find anything. However, in all 55 counties, West Virginia, during the Democratic primary, did go for Bernie Sanders in a big way. So now I'm going to move to another gentleman who is already a current delegate. He is Richard Ojeda. He was elected in 2016. He did a video for the teacher strike, which I will link down below. He says, what should be illegal is how we treat our working class citizens in West Virginia. So on January 17th, WVNews.com ran a story about Richard Ojeda. He was the canary in the proverbial coal mine that warned of a strike looming if the legislature refused to listen to their teachers. Being a former teacher himself, he even shot a video recently showing his support beyond mere words, and he also did highlight Lissa Lucas. We could use more Democrats like Ojeda who rightly criticize the Democratic Party and leadership for leaving behind working class voters. I am hoping that should West Virginia return to Democratic control, that it will be full of Democrats who are progressive and will, in fact, look out for teachers, fully fund the PEIA, which is another condition upon which the teachers were willing to strike. Ojeda is one of 4 running in the Democratic primary for Congressional District 3. It's rated safe Republican, and the incumbent is Evan Jenkins, who gave up the seat to run for the Senate against Joe Manchin. So again, their primaries will be held on the 8th, and I will include the link for you if you don't know when your state's congressional primary date is. New York's primary will be on September 13th. I will definitely be going out there. Now, there is another woman who is running also for Senate against Joe Manchin, and her name is Paula Jean Swearingen. She is also supportive of the teacher strike and is running for the U.S. Senate. Now, Joe Manchin is basically a coal baron who voted for all of Trump's cabinet members and has since been called the Democratic liaison to Trump by West Virginia Governor Jim Justice. When Paula Jean confronted her senator, she raised a lot of questions and concerns about streams that have been polluted, children and families who are getting cancer and dying. People are clamoring to those who voted to represent them, and here is a man from Vermont who cares more about West Virginia than the ones who are in office to advocate for West Virginia. Now, she came up on my radar when Bernie Sanders had a town hall and the hug that broke the internet that day. So after much consideration, Paula Jean Swearingen has decided to declare her candidacy for the U.S. Senate of West Virginia. Again, primary on May 8th. Let me also state that Joe Manchin actually said he threw a gauntlet to Sanders supporters that if they didn't want him in office, to primary him and throw him out. So I enthusiastically support Paula Jean, and I will do whatever I can, if it's to make calls or send money, which I do plan on doing, because she will represent the coal miners and their families. She will support Medicare for all and renewable energy, which will be the thing that should come in after coal is gone, because coal is leaving. Public financing of elections, raising the minimum wage, reforming a terribly broken criminal justice system. She will be the voice that will bring the average person to Washington, because she is one of us. Sick and tired of being sick and tired of corporate blue dog Democrats like Joe Manchin. So I will share Lissa Lucas's, Richard Ojeda's, and Paula Jean's website and donation links, so that you can donate also if you so choose. So thank you for joining me for the Real News Blast West Virginia special. I will also shout out these programs on YouTube who are bringing wonderful news, like the Jimmy Dore Show. He's a nightclub comedian, and he says he has the best hecklers. The Rational National is a Canadian who does great coverage of American politics. He's on Twitter at David Dole. David Packman is he does a variety of great work, and I like his Hatriot Mail. Whoever reads the Hatriot Mail, they need to just give us more, okay? And then the Humanist Report is another one that's really good. Now, if you enjoy the style of Rational National, you may enjoy the Humanist Report. But last but not least, also the Real News Network. So click subscribe, and let's make real news something that wakes people up and mobilizes them for true and lasting change. You can also support any of them on Patreon if you so choose. Thank you so much for joining me for Real News Blast with VidHead85. Have a great night.